Hello, my lovely students. Welcome to StudyWave Academy, where education is without limits. Now, let's continue with our class where our main focus. We are going to be looking at phonics, and I've talked about phonics, what phonics are. I've told you the meaning of phonics, and I've looked at the branches that make up the phonics, and that is the phonemes and the graphemes. And right now we decided to major on one, and that is the phonemes. I discussed the meaning of phonemes, and right now I want us to continue looking at the examples of phonemes. So like I told you, phonemes are just sounds, and we're going to look at a lot of sounds, and we're going to pronounce them, learn how to pronounce them, and even give examples where these sounds are found. So in short, I'm just giving examples of phonemes or examples of sound. So if I say a sound, I want you to say it back with me. You say this sound back with me so that we can be able to learn and even know how to pronounce different sounds. So by the end of this class, we're going to be knowing several sounds. We're going to have been discussing several sounds. And right now, I looked at the sound p, b, t. These are sounds, but their letter, their letter is P. The letter of sound B is B. The letter of sound T is T. So we are not focusing on letters now, but the sound. So we have sound P, B, T. I will point it out for you, the types of the sounds we have here. So we have sound P, we have sound B, and we have sound T. So these are sounds, and these are examples of phonemes, or some examples of phonemes. So let's look at other examples here. We have sound D, K, T. Say it with me. D, K, T. We have these sounds here too. The D, K, T. D is a sound that is found in words like dog, bed. You see, when you say dog, you say D, bed, D. There's that sound there. K is sounds that is found in the words like cat, kick. So it is pronounced by blocking the air in the back of your mouth and releasing it. But this is okay. It's just an explanation for you to understand how to say this sound. But the main point here is that K is a sound that is found in words like cat, kick. Even when you're saying the sound, you feel the K when I'm saying it. Cat, K, kick, K. So that is the sound. G is another sound that is voiced like D, but they're different. They're different, and G is found in words like goat, big, goat, big. You feel the G, goat, G, big, G. You feel the sound G. So these are the examples of phonemes. Phonemes are just sounds, okay? Phonemes are sounds that we speak, and they're sounds that form the spoken language, okay? Let's continue looking at the examples. I want us, by the end of this class, we'd be looking at a lot of examples of sounds, giving examples, and even pronouncing various sounds. So that's why I'm giving such examples and very many examples of sound. So right now, another example is S. S is a sound. Z is a sound. M is a sound. So this is sound S, sound Z, sound M. So these are examples of phonemes too, whereby sound S is found in letters like the sun. It's found in letters like his, sun, bliss. Okay, you feel the sound S. So this is the example of the phoneme. The next sound is sound Z. These are found in words like zebra, jazz. When you're saying the word zebra, you feel the Z, jazz. You feel the sound Z. Now, so the three of them are the examples of the phonemes that we're talking about. They're just sounds that form the major part of the spoken language. When you're speaking something out, when you're speaking a language, or when you're speaking to your parents, these sounds that make you or enable you to speak are what we call phonemes. And we have sound S, sound Z, sound M. M is a sound that is found in words like moon, mom. When you say the word moon, you feel the M, mom, M. So this is the sound that you pronounce when your lips are closed and you're allowing just the air or the sound to escape through your nose. So these are examples of phonemes, and again I'll continue looking at further examples. So by the end of this, we'll be able to we have seen a lot of examples, and even known how to pronounce them. The other example is the sound n. Let me point it for you again. We have sound n, sound f, sound v. N is a sound that is found in words like nose, snack, nose, snack. You even feel it when you're saying the word nose, n, snack, n. So that is sound n. An example of a phoneme. F is our next example, sound f. This sound is found in words like fish, off, fish, f, off, f. You feel this sound, okay? V is another sound or another example of a phoneme, and this is found in words like very, love, very, v, love, v. So I hope you're getting the point now, class. And before I even continue looking at other examples of sounds and trying to pronounce them together with you, I want you to also do the same. Try look for other sounds. Try speak words out, and you can share out the sounds. This is an activity you can do with your friend, do with your partner, do with someone close to you, do with your classmate. Bring out words or write down words or think of a lot of words you know, any word, any simple word you know. Then through these words, try bring out the sounds in them, try pronounce the sounds in them. For example, if you say the word bag, you say there's a sound b, b. You say it several times, and now you have the word bag. Bag has the sound b. It even has the sound g, bag, g. That is the sound you get. So you can do this with your friend and get other sounds and similar sounds like that, okay? So now let's continue and look at the last examples here of some sounds that I want us to look at, and I'm enlarging this so you can see. So we have this sound sh. This is the sound sh. This is how we write it. Why do we write it like that? It's because we write it like that because this is a combination of two words. This sound, it's found in the words like shoes and she. This is not a sound like s, the way we write sounds. Let me write it here. Look at how I'm writing s. So this is my s. This is how we write sound sh. This is the sound s, okay, for snake, sleep. This is the sound for such words. But this one here, it's a little bit different. This is the sound in words like shoe, she. Okay, so that is the difference. Again, don't forget this difference here. Let me point it out again for you so that you can see and understand it. So we have this sound here for letter S. Sorry for my writing. I'm using my laptop and it makes it hard to write. So this is the sound S for words like snake, sleep. But this one is the sound sh for words like shoe, she. Okay, so get that difference. Do not forget that. So we have that sound there for words like shoe, she. Okay, this is another sound here for words like measure or treasure, measure, treasure, pleasure. So you see, this is a complex type, but it's easy to understand. These are just by the way, I don't even want us to look at this, but we'll stop it here. Okay, so I've given examples of phonemes. I've told you phonemes are the smallest unit of the sound language. Okay, the smallest unit of the sound language, and the sound language we're looking at is, let me try and enlarge this for you a little bit, okay, so that we can be able to understand. So I've given you examples of phonemes, and I said phonemes are what make the phonics what we are looking at today. And I've given you examples of phonemes here. I've talked about sound p, sound b, sound t. So you can say it with me. P, b, t. We move on to the next sound here. So this is p, b, t. Next sound we have d, k, g, d, k, g. Repeat with me. D, k, g. Next sounds I've given examples are s, z, m, s, z, m. You can repeat it again. And lastly, the examples of sound I gave here is n, f, v, n, f, v. I've even given you examples of words that these sounds are found in. Okay, so these are what phonemes are. Phonemes are just sounds. Okay, so each phoneme represents a unique sound, and understanding them is essential for both So we have to understand what phonemes are, and understanding them is essential for both the sounds and essential for understanding. So let me make this clear and my work clear there. So each phoneme represents a word, okay? Each phoneme represents a unique sound, and understanding them is essential. So we have to understand what phonemes are, okay? We have to understand each word and its phonemes, or each word and its sounds. So each phoneme represents a unique sound, and understanding them is essential for both pronunciation and reading, as they form the basis of phonics and phonological awareness. Now that is very easy to understand again, class. So phonemes, like I said, phonemes are the basis, they form the basis of phonics. For you to understand what phonics are, or for you to understand deeply about phonics, you have to be well aware of what phonemes are, because they are the basis of understanding phonics. And once you understand these phonemes, once you understand these sounds, then you'll be able to pronounce words, and not only pronounce. The more you pronounce words, the more you will know how to read words. So through understanding phonemes, you'll be able to read well and also pronounce well. And a good reader, a good person who knows how to speak, can also write what they speak. So you become good at reading, good at writing, and good at speaking, just because of understanding what phonemes are, okay? So any question about phonemes, any clarifications you have, reach out. It's really okay if we've reached this far and you confused about some things. So just to make it clear, phonemes are just sounds, and I've given you those examples of sounds. Now let's move to another category of phonics, and that is the graphemes, okay? So this is another vocabulary I told you to add in our vocabulary notebook. So just like phonemes are a basis of knowing what phonics are, graphemes are also basis of knowing what phonics are, okay? So with graphemes are just written presentations of phonemes, okay? This can be single letters or combination of letters. For example, letter B is a grapheme representing the sound B, and letter Sh is representing the sound Sh. Now, it's very easy to understand the difference between these two. For phonemes are sounds, and the way you write sounds, take note, look at the way we are writing these sounds here. Take note, look at the way we are writing sound N, sound F. We must make sure to put these slashes or these dashes that are vertical on the sides here, so you just don't try them like that. So I will write something here for you so that you can see. One thing you have to understand, when you're writing phonemes, if you're writing like letter, maybe let me give an example of letter B, okay? So when you leave it like this is just a letter, but what shows it's a sound, you must make sure you include these vertical lines beside it, okay? So class, don't forget this. When you're representing phonemes, which means you're representing sounds, you must make sure to include these lines here. I will give another example. When you're writing the sound P, look at it. So this is the sound P, okay? When you leave it like this, it's just a grapheme. But when you include this, now you're talking about a phoneme, okay, class? And that is the difference I want you to see. So right now we're talking about graphemes, okay? And I'm telling you, graphemes are just the written representation. Graphemes are just written. So for example here, the letter B is a grapheme. So it is representing the sound B. So get the difference. When I'm writing graphemes, it's just a letter B, okay? When I'm writing G, okay? When I'm writing H, when I'm writing maybe T, all these are graphemes. Even the word sh for fish, okay? Sorry for my writing, but all these, look at that word she. For even when you're writing sheep or something that begins with this, sheep, or the other sheep for the animal, or the sheep that is in the ocean. This is how you write graphemes. They're just the letter representation. Do not forget that. But when you're writing phonemes, you have to include the slashes to show that they're sounds. So graphemes are just the letter representation of phonemes. Very easy to understand. very easy to know the difference between the two, okay?